I'm going to bring up your next comic, very funny name. He goes by WC. Put your hands together. Show him some love.
Hello, Improv. Have you noticed that he has less clothes on now than when we started? Little secret, if you wait 15-20 minutes, he's going to be topless up here. And that'll be fun. So tonight's set, I want to dedicate it to my friend and fellow comic Jeff Cohn, wishing him a full and speedy recovery from his recent heart attack. Something like that happens to a person, you really start thinking about how much money they owe you. So full and speedy, Jeffrey, seriously. So, Superman. We all know the story. As a baby, little Kal-El is shot off his home planet in a rocket because his parents had nothing better to do that night, and because apparently there were no child protective services on Krypton. He manages to safely land in a field in Kansas. He's adopted by Jonathan and Martha Kent, and they raise him with traditional Midwest values, including truth, justice, and the macaroni hot dish. And it could have been very different, though. That rocket could have landed anywhere. The rocket could have, for example, landed in the Bronx. 20 years later, you'd have, oh, you Lex Luthor, you putz. What is this, Fakak the giant robot? You schlemiel. The rocket could have landed in the Ozarks. 20 years later, hey Ma, look how many of these double wides I can hold up over my head. Rocket could have landed in Denver. 20 years later, Is that house in the next county on fire? That sucks. Can you imagine a stoned Superman? The sun looks like a giant lemon drop. I want to eat it. No, let me go. I want to eat it. In world news today, Superman ate the sun. He's very powerful. I would submit perhaps a little too powerful. I mean, God forbid the man gets a head cold, right? Oh, hi, Lois. Oh, dear God. I'll tell you something else, too. If Superman goes to the bathroom, he has to be extremely careful. The man can punch a hole right through a porcelain urinal, not to mention the wall behind it. Some guys, it's going to snow tomorrow. Some guys get their kicks about walking outside, writing their name in the snow. Superman can walk outside, write his name on the moon. Yes. And that's just number one. You do not want to be around Clark Kent if the man has had Indian food. I'm talking about a weapon of mass destruction. Now, the superhero thing is not just for men. We also have Wonder Woman, teaching young girls everywhere that they can be strong and beautiful and fight crime in their bathing suits. Because nothing says criminal justice like picking wedges, right? Now, Wonder Woman has a lasso. It's magic. If you are encircled in its folds, you are compelled to tell the truth. I'll tell you a secret. I don't think the lasso is magical at all. Here's my theory. You're going to put that body into that outfit, and do you want to play tie-up games? I'll tell you anything you want to know. Now, when Wonder Woman gets a little over her head, she can jump into her futuristic high-tech jet plane. Anybody know the color of the futuristic high-tech jet plane? You're correct, fellow comic book nerds. The plane is invisible because comic book artists are that lazy. Open any random Wonder Woman comic, there'll be 2-3 blank pages. She's in her plane. What do you want from me? Now, if I was Superman, I would wait until Wonder Woman was busy tying somebody up, and I would move the invisible plane about 20 feet. Just for the look on her face when we're all done, you know, fighting crime, and she goes to lean up against... You guys, you promised! You should have seen this. They got really scared they were going to be eating a microphone. I'm so sorry, that never happened. Now, as I said, Superman's a little too powerful. The writers decided, we're going to take care of this, and so they introduced kryptonite. And in 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you that there's green kryptonite, we know from the movies. You might not know, in the comics, there's red kryptonite, which forces Superman to embrace the ideologies of Karl Marx. There's gold kryptonite, which forces Superman to embrace the ideologies of Kim Kardashian. And very briefly, there was black kryptonite, which, as you can imagine, made Superman an excellent dancer, and also very popular with the ladies. Hey girl, you want to go find a phone booth somewhere? Maybe we go back to my crib of solitude. You should know I'm faster than a speeding bullet. I'm WC, you've been fantastic. Thank you.